Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
An 11 employee.
Now that's on record now. You're 7-Eleven, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna react to The Last of Us Season 2, the official trailer. We're gonna play it through once without stopping, and then maybe say some words after, or maybe rewind, whatever. Either way, here we go. The Last of Us Season 2, official trailer reaction. Here we go. There's Ellie, something crawling behind her.
You okay?
Damn, she got the gangster eyebrows, bro.
Yeah.
This is where we live. And what's that?
The fence.
What's inside?
People.
Okay, I've seen some
What's outside?
Game 2 gameplay. Okay.
Monsters.
This is like Game of Thrones.
By the time the sun comes up tomorrow, there's a very good chance you'll be dead.
You're gonna
Oh, the Libyans.
Don't you know what he did?
Oh, shit.
You swore.
Oh,
it's
shit.
bro. Sorry. Well,
Uh,
that didn't tell us nothing.
Actually, wait, there might be another scene here. 'Cause 16 seconds left, let's say.
Nope.
No?
You're right.
Okay. Now, as far as I understand, damn, can I say that? We all played, well, we didn't play the games, but I didn't play the second one. The second one, at least. But I am aware that Joel gets murked at some point. But the trailers give me the hint that, like, yo, he's here. Like, he's in all, maybe throughout the season, and then they might save him till later to maybe kill him. I don't know. Hey, it is what it is.
Go ahead.
What? God.
No, go ahead.
Well, we had a season 1, right, of this show. I played the first game. I didn't play the second one, but we got a season 1 of this show. And personally, I was not so impressed by it. I really wasn't.
Me neither.
There seemed like moments of filler, seemed like some cliche storytelling, but maybe they're just basing it on the game, and that's why it comes off that way. I don't know.
Well, and also, remember when I was comparing it to season 1 of Walking Dead? It's like night and day. There was, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know shit about the games. I'm just watching it as a show.
Yeah.
Compared to Walking Dead, there is no, like, there is on the, like, the protagonists and, like, their relationships with humans, trash. The villain, trash. And the zombie to screen time, that that dichotomy is also trash. They're barely on screen. When they're doing dumb shit like making out with some lady for some reason. and they're not. They're not overall. I didn't feel they were menacing at all.
I mean, well, okay. The big thing in season 1 was definitely the gay couple like tangent.
Yeah, that theme.
Oh god, we'll remember Dubster's reaction to that episode.
Dubster fell in love that episode, but the
No, but
the rest
KDC,
of
do you
us.
get what I'm saying though? Did you watch Walking Dead, KDC?
No, I haven't watched the seasons. In case you're wondering, I played the games, the Telltale games, but not the seasons.
Okay.
What'd you say I
Walking
did?
Dead-
What'd you say I
Walking
did?
Dead had a
You
game.
Englishman?
Oh yeah, but Telltale made a game out of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but that doesn't account for like maybe the pacing or when do certain events happen in a TV show, right? So you didn't get the experience of watching The Walking Dead for the first time, the first couple seasons, right?
Yeah,
The games will
No,
never
never.
give you that. Just like I think
never watched it. You should. I recommend you watch at least the first 3 seasons, especially the first 2 though. The first 2 for sure.
whenever Shane's around, I think the show's pretty good.
Yeah,
Even though I hate Shane, I kind of hate him. Like,
yeah. I hate Shane, but like that the drama was fucking. That was good.
yeah, I agree.
Remember,
But even like that season got stupid. I'm getting carried away.
I don't know if it
This had
was
that-
good.
this had those 2 girls in the mall
Yes,
in the like opening part, right, where they run into the
it's not the open. It's
zombies for the first time.
It's like mid-season. Is it mid-season? Or
But it's a flashback. It's
Yes.
a flashback though.
yes, where Ellie basically finds out that she's immune. Is basically that
And
the whole
lesbian.
mall thing, and she finds out she's gay too. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dubster definitely. Yeah, the Dubster like had hell of a reaction to those episodes.
Oh, no.
KDC.
I want you to scroll back. That's what I want
But
on this
KDC.
trailer.
Season
go
1.
on,
Did
speak
you enjoy the show as a show? Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy the show, but one of my complaints with season 1 is we didn't get enough infected with season 1.
I mean, that's not even where I would start. That's a problem. That's not even where I would
Oh,
start.
remember the whole gay episode? The entirely gay episode?
Start there either. I also wouldn't start there either. It's a problem.
Ruined Ron Swanson.
It was the episode Dubster sang to his hand. He's like, "It's just another day for you and me."
Hey, I'm sure Dubster will never forget the moment.
Play that
They-
episode on
They
repeat.
did this whole fucking gay thing to demonstrate, oh, here, these people had guns.
All right, but okay. So like KDC, my biggest problem with season 1 is you're in like end times like forget a pandemic, like post-apocalyptic world, and it seemed like no one had any urgency. Like people were just going on with their day. Oh, we got to hike over. We hiked from what? They hiked from what? From like West Virginia to Colorado.
Boston?
They made the
Was it
world
Boston?
so
Boston.
small.
Was it Boston to Colorado?
That's the first place. Boston's the first
Yep.
place. And they
Yep.
And it's like
Wyoming
Kansas,
is
that-
like where the fort is. And then that hospital was in Colorado.
In the game, you'd see a couple motherfuckers on down the way. Like in the show, it's like it's like yo, you would space out like yo, like he wanted to go see his brother, and everything seemed kumbaya, everything seemed easy, and there was no real obstacles for those two for like a good part of the show. And when there were obstacles, I felt like that was not done well either.
They made the show made the world feel so fucking small. Maybe that's the thing. Like, okay, they were trying to fit game 1 in season 1, basically. Like Last of Us, the first game.
Yeah.
They tried to make it work in season 1, but there's a difference when you're interactive and you're like. Now, when you play a game, there's like a natural like your own individual pacing to it. When you're like, okay, here's when I get to the next mission or the next checkpoint or whatever the fuck, right? There's like a natural pacing to it for each individual. the show is trying to like culminate all that into one fucking season, and I don't think they pulled it off, man. They made the United States feel like this, like an island, like it felt like really small
Yeah.
almost. That's what I think House of Dragon did with
And
their
then-
first season. Like it's just damn, this
And
world's
then
tiny.
the whole theme of the Melanie chick with
Yeah.
like her little army, that fell super flat. That fell almost as flat as the first thing we mentioned. Like, yeah, how they willy nilly get around places, like they're just talking, yapping. No real obstacles.
Her villain shit was trash. Melanie Linsky,
Yeah.
the
Elements-
actor, terrible. I think.
Yeah.
An element to the game was really left out. The fact that they climbed and then had like perfect view kind of shit above.
No,
Like,
they
They climbed on the side of the skyscraper on the game, so then you get this like perfect overview of the city. So they like missed that element of this because it was constant. There was constant climbing to where you'd end up on top of something and have like a perfect oversight view of the place. That was never introduced into the show at all.
I think they captured some gaming stuff where like Ellie's got to like maybe fit through a shaft that Joel can't fit through. Then she climbs the ladder, then she drops the ladder down to Joel so that he can climb up. That's part of the game, right? KDC, can you vouch for that? Like that's like a part of it. That's
Yeah.
that's like a little touch
Yeah.
or a little nod to the gamers. So I'm like, okay, that was kind of cool actually. But
Yep, and like another element they implement from the game was you know when Sam's infected and attacks Ellie, it's exactly the same thing from the game.
okay, which is fine. But that's like moments.
Those are ancillary things.
For story, those are just moments as opposed to like a grand world of the zombie apocalypse, and we're trying to capture that. And fuck, there's danger everywhere, and
That's not what we got. No, there
doesn't
was
feel
no.
like that. Yeah, they try to
Hold on, I need to let my cat out.
pause. KDG's going to touch his pussy. Anyways, like I mean, I think that's why people complain about the whole what you call what's his name in the other show? Ron something.
Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson.
I think that's why people complain about that because it actually ate up an entire episode,
The entire episode for no reason.
and it actually made the
show,
logic
two
of
gay
the show
guys
look weird.
Two gay guys committed suicide so that they could provide guns to this future people that would come through their little fortress.
Yeah, I remember
that
that.
they never meet. So we needed to know they had guns and they had food.
And they
But
died together or whatever.
They needed to tell us they were gay for some reason.
But we don't see them walk away with all that artillery that he fucking had, right?
No.
He didn't even use it. He took a car and like a handful of guns, right?
Yeah.
I'll say that the season 1 was definitely lacking in my opinion.
In every aspect, I felt like what they do right. The video game comparisons.
Some of the little nods and winks and nods at the video gamers, and they tried to create. They didn't. I don't think. Damn man, I think they could have pulled this off better, but they gave a decent amount of vibe for Ellie and Joel like bonding with each other. They give us like the vibe that these guys like have love for each other type of thing. But for me, storytelling wise, I would have wanted more personally, like maybe more storylines to feed that. But they needed to fucking teleport from one place to another and then meet the big bad villain who wants to, do this or do that or eat people or whatever the fuck he was into. Or take Ellie as a wife, I think, was like one of the things he was like after. And cannibalizing and all that shit. Like, it feels like a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump instead of a, slow burn. Dude, why don't you just make season 1 like 20 episodes? It ain't money. You guys are Warner Brothers. The game with Sony and PlayStation has a shit ton of money. Slow burn it and give us like 15 episodes, bro. I don't know why we need to like try to scrunch video game 1 into here when you can have video game 1 plus more ancillary storytelling where it gives more life to it, if you will.
I have to agree on that. I actually wish
Okay.
they did like slightly more episodes than that. We could have gotten more.
Well, of course, 'cause they spent a lot of time doing nothing, KJC. Of course, you want more.
Oh,
They had
what-
like they did have like enough of a budget to like make like more episodes than that.
It's hard for me to
What-
say budget anymore. Sorry, Dubster, but it's hard for me to say budget anymore because we know these companies can afford so much shit. We know
Yeah.
they can afford it. So it's like, why are they doing this? My guess is writing. Is damn, how do we we watched Severance, the Severance last episode? It's like 30 minutes long. It's like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, you guys had to like create this one little filler episode where the motherfuckers are taking 10 seconds in between each word and shit. Like, yo, you guys are like stretching this thing.
And remember, they had to take a hiatus because of their fucking writer strike.
Oh,
Severance.
okay.
Remind me of
Yeah.
this. Remind me of this.
Their show too.
Did the two black brothers die in season 1?
The
You
two
know what I'm
black.
talking about?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, yes,
was that
Sam and Henry. Yep.
Yeah, they died.
They died.
They
Both
died
of
when the fucking super monster showed up. Remember? I think.
Okay.
Right? Am I
Yeah,
tripping?
and Sam got bit by one of the infected.
But it's kind of like they're here, they're there. They're here, they're gone. But for gamers, for the gamers who played the first game, they were like, "Oh, I have a relationship with these guys. Thus, I can mentally write their story in, even though they're not giving it to us in the TV show itself." Which is, to me, it's once again, I think that's a writing problem. And that's a persistent problem in other properties, and we're seeing it over and over again. But at the same time, you know what? I'm gonna give them room. I'm gonna give them a chance, but the final score, guess what? That first season is going to hurt their overall, or my overall judgment of their show. It's going to hurt it. It is what it is. But, maybe I don't think we have time to attempt to rewatch season 1, but
Nor
Okay.
do I want.
maybe I'd take it up on my own free time so I'm refreshed. But
I want you to scroll back to the clicker in this ad. In this
There was a
commercial.
couple. What, in the snow? The clicker in the snow?
the fucking,
type of zombies. The blind zombies that can hear
Yeah,
you
there was
and
Yeah.
one in the snow. There was one in the snow.
bro, there's
Yeah,
a
in the
Game of
snow, in
Thrones
the
looking
snow. I
shit.
want you to scroll back to that.
Yeah,
That's-
like I believe they're invading Jackson.
I think it's way early. No, it's way early.
Yeah, I
There's
think he's
like
right.
a-
not all the way back, but yeah, like
Yeah,
right.
right here. This looks like Game of Thrones to me, like the White Walkers looking shit.
There,
Yeah,
there.
that's the
Like-
gate of
You had it.
Jackson.
You had it. No, go.
No, this is it. Trust me.
Well,
Trust. Just trust Jordan, okay? Here we go.
Yeah.
They're in the snow
Hit pause.
Monster.
on the monster.
So their head comes out like a popcorn.
That's a fucking helmet.
Yeah, their head comes out like a popcorn.
Well, that looks like the game, kind of. Like,
No, it's last time it was a full on headdress. This is just a helmet this time.
this looks like the White Walkers and during when Jon Snow goes way up north and they fucking
Yeah.
invade and shit. Look
He
at
finds
the
that help.
little like barrier fence here. Watch.
Monsters.
That looks like
Yeah.
fucking like it's more modern looking, but still, that's what it reminds me of.
And they're running fast.
Yeah,
They're running fast.
which could be like, okay, maybe that's their crescendo of, oh my god, here's the big dick moment, where we give you everything, like the moment you've been waiting for type shit. Like, okay, I'll give them a chance for it. But once again, season 1 will, in my opinion, hurt their grade for me, unless I don't think there's any way to fix it. But season 2 could be good and maybe more exciting on the action front. Maybe.
Jon Snow pops in and he actually saves the day and becomes king.
Yeah, I mean, it appears we're gonna get more infected in season 2.
Well, okay. Let me ask this, and then I'll end the video. I'll go down the line. Do we think season 2 will make this show overall a good show? If you thought season 1 was good already, will this add to it? If you thought season 1 was bad, will this make up for it and make it better? What do we think? Are we on the up and up, basically? Did you see season 1, Dubster? I'm just going down the line here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't remember
he
it
watched
real
the whole
well.
thing with us.
Yeah, I just don't remember it real well. And it was disappointing.
Well, okay, based on this trailer, are you excited for season 2? Do you expect something to get better?
I think this is gonna be better. Am I excited? No, I probably won't even watch it.
Well, goddamn. All right, Anthony, what do you think? Will this improve the show in your eyes? If so, like how much? Like, is it gonna make it good? A good show?
Or
Yeah.
I mean, you could in theory go from nothing to almost nothing. So it probably will improve, but not
It's gonna be more
get a
more
passing
action.
grade.
It's not gonna do enough to where it's like, okay, yo guys, go watch the show. Season 1's kind of slow, but season 2 is such a fucking banger. It's worth it. It's not gonna be that for you. You think it's just gonna be like, it'll just be better than season 1.
I'm putting my money on the under.
Fair enough. K2C, what do you think? Will this be a? Well, you like season 1, didn't you?
I mean, overall, I did like season 1 overall, but despite some of the flaws and and like not enough episodes,
Okay.
I did like it overall. But I hope season 2 can make up for the flaws with season 1.
Well, you can hope. I want to hear your prediction. Do you think it'll up the ante? It'll get better in
Based
season 2?
on what you see.
Based on this trailer, basically, and maybe some other stuff, but whatever. Will it get better, in your opinion?
I mean, considering that they were very unpredictable with part 2, I don't know what I can say for season 2 so far.
Okay.
What K to the C means is he wants another backstory of how someone's gay and they left food behind.
That's Dubster. That's you in your left hand. Don't mistake him for that.
Mate, I'm sure you still remember that
Just
moment where they just
another
like had the
day.
strawberries and touched the strawberries together.
No,
I did not remember that.
I
No.
don't remember that
remember.
detail. Sorry.
Well, I
That's
don't
all
know.
you
Yeah, I
get
don't
to
know.
see.
I don't know what your priorities are, KC.
Nah, man, Dubster, you're bringing it up every second, man. Right? Don't bring it on me.
Dubster only remembers the freak offs. That's all Dubster remembers. He remember the. He remember the.
Dubster remembers strawberries.
No, I just remember crying like Ron Swanson. They killed you.
You cry? You
killed
got
himself.
emotionally
He killed
invested,
himself.
Dubster? Goddamn.
Yeah, he was emotionally invested.
He shed a
He
tear
saw
for it.
his idol. He saw his idol get his back broken. That shit crushed him.
With the season 2, with like season 2, I suspect they're not gonna rush Joel's death.
Yeah, I think they take their
early
time.
into the season.
Yeah, I think they take their. I think.
Maybe
What's his name? Jesus
season.
Christ! What's the actor's name?
Pablo Pascal.
Pablo Pascal. Is it Pablo?
No, Pedro
Pedro.
Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. I'm like, Jesus
I'm thinking of
Christ.
fucking Pablo.
I'm mind farting here. Pedro Pascal might want more than 2 episodes, then he's dead. I think he's gonna want to be there till the end. Then some sort of epic battle happens, then he dies there, which is like for UK to see, right? For the gamer fans, like that'd be a good turn to where like they don't follow the exact storytelling of the video game. They're like, okay, let's let Joel live a lot longer.
I think they're gonna probably have Abby kill him in the middle of the season because
Did we see her in here? Did we see her in this trailer?
she's actually in the trailer. She's seen with a group in the snow.
Well,
If you go back a little, I wouldn't say a little.
before the snow. Yeah, you tell me when. Dun, dun, dun,
I'll let you know when the crew is on the screen.
Yeah. You see how this music guy wants to play Phil Collins, but he can't. He's like dying to play it, but he can't do it.
Yeah.
This is where we live.
But Jackson, nice
Okay.
one.
The fence.
What's inside?
Which kid is that?
People.
The gay dance from the video game. You see how this guy wants to play Another Day in Paradise, but he can't do it. Right there,
Yeah,
right
this
there,
one's-
right there. Okay,
Where?
I figured that this girl in the lead right
Yeah,
here
it's yeah, that's Abby
that?
right there.
for sure, but I don't know who that actor is.
Yeah, I suspect the guy on the right. I don't know. I'm like obviously spoil the whole thing because I did play part 2 and I know the characters.
Whoever it is, I hope he dies, and I want to get spanked by Abby at this point. But anyways,
Casey, tell me
Yeah.
one thing. There's not a third video game, right?
there will be.
Well, they actually put the third game on hold actually because they're working on another
Thank
game.
God. This is-
There will
we've
be
at
so
least
many
got 2
games.
years
That's true.
before the third season comes out.
I don't think you're recognizing the scope of franchises and how far people are willing. Like, they will make more and more and more. They'll make spin-offs. They'll make flashback games. They'll make mini games. They'll make card games. They'll keep going and going and going. That is the behavior of the beast, essentially. So it is what it is. But all right, for me, listen, man. There's nothing else out. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, it's a main event. It is. And that's where
You think
my
they're gonna
feelings are at.
teenage- Do you think they're gonna
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to this?
You mean like just create and create and create, just keep going? Yeah, of course they are.
No. I mean, as in the second one was better than the first.
Yes, this season will be better than the first season. I'm almost guaranteed about that. Because the main problem for the average fan in the first season is the lack of action, really, I think, or the lack of like giant oh my god moments, and I think that's what they're going to jam pack this season with. So
The
I think it'll be
flood
better.
of zombies that Snowden wall thing.
yeah, I think
Or Game of Thrones wall.
yeah, I think it'll be better. It'll be more extravagant and all that shit. The writing wasn't so great to me in the first season. It wasn't horrible, but it kind of led me nowhere. This season, the second season, will give me kind of the same level of writing, but way more explosions and action and all that shit, which I guess is by default is just better, right? So, but
Well, if they can do that, if they can pull off a second is better than the first, which is not a common thing.
well, no, that happens.
It is not a common thing. Why do you think you recognize what I meant when I said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2?
Well,
I had
whatever.
to go that far back.
Whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think here's the thing. It might become a problem when it's like, hey, I want to recommend, like, hey, go watch fucking Last of Us, and they have to like kind of drool through season 1 and then get to season 2. Like, that'll be like hurtful, I guess, to the show. But if the season 2 is like an action-packed fucking crazy mess shit, I think it could pull it off as being like worth recommending. So I think that's where I walk away at. I think I'll walk away saying I recommend this show. Yes, you're not going to get what you want in the first season, but just consider that build up for season 2 where the real shit goes down. Possibly. I know gamers will probably shit on me for saying that, but it is what it is. That's where I'm at right now. Cinematically.
Yeah, I mean, so far looking at the trailer, I think it does look promising with a lot of what we've seen going on in the trailer.
Yeah, they spent their
There was
money.
nothing in the trailer.
It looks
at the same
pretty.
time.
It looks pretty. They spent money. There's going to be a giant zombie battle thing, which I don't think we really got, except for that one, like in the street, that like cul-de-sac street scene they had in season 1. I don't think we really got like a real like giant zombie battle
Well, when
thing.
the bloater came out,
Yes. Yeah.
Ron Swanson's coming back as a zombie.
Nah, he's
what
done,
happened,
bro.
Jesse?
He's dead in his gay lover's arms. All right.
A gay zombie.
All right. There's our reaction, our long-winded reaction to The Last of Us Season 2, coming out April 13th, it said? Right? Let's throw that on screen.
Yep, 13th April.
April 13th, The Last of Us Season 2. I
Day
assume
before tax day.
I assume it actually I assume it actually is The Last of Us. Like, this is our last season. Okay, guys, here it is. So
Oh, 2 days before that.
whatever.
2 days before tax day.
There you go. The Last of Us.